how did we make $8,000 trading time? First of all, you've got to understand what these are. So this green box here is the Asia session, this blue box there is the London session, and this yellow box here is the New York session. Now, to really understand how to make this type of money trading just time, you need to understand why we even have 3 sessions in the first place. So what even are these sessions? Pretty much what they are time zones of what part of the world is really trading at that given time. So the Asia session, for example, is when people in Tokyo are going to be doing their 9 to 5s. Same with London, same with New York. So me personally, who lives in London, my 9 to 5 is going to be the London session, but the Asia session is going to be in the middle of the night for me, and New York is going to be in the afternoon. Now, these sessions do not move the same at all, which is why it's really important you separate them out, because one strategy that works in the New York session is not at all going to work the same in the Asia session. Now, the reason this is, you can really put it down to something called AMD, and all that is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So what that means is the market can't just continually move forever, right? There has to be certain things to happen in order for a big move to occur. First of all, we need accumulation, and what that looks like on the chart is just price moving sideways, not necessarily breaking highs or lows, moving kind of stagnant and slowly. After that, we need manipulation, which is when all the traders that got involved during this accumulation period are stopped out, their stop losses are hit. And then the final distribution is obviously that big move of the day. And we can really look at these sessions and they follow that to the T really. The New York session obviously has the big move, and there's a few reasons for that. The main reason being is just America has more money than everyone else, so they have the biggest move. And we also have a lot of dollar news in New York Times, so therefore we get the big move reacting off of that. And yeah, there's obviously the least movement in the Asia session, because why? Most London traders and New York traders, well, this is just European traders really, and obviously American, Canadian, etc. traders are asleep, so they're not going to be trading it. And yeah, and the London session is just getting us ready for that big move from New York. So each session works off the previous session, right? The New York session can't move without reacting to the London session in some way, and nor can the London move without reacting to the Asia session in some way. So there's a few things you can take from it, but the main thing that I want you to take from it for this video is these specific highs and lows of the session are always going to be draws for price. So whether that's for your entry or for your take profits, these session highs are always going to have some relevance to the market. So that means the Asia low, when the Asia low gets taken, it means I'm looking to buy. And where am I looking to buy up to? Well, the safest spot is the Asia high. Why? Because we know there's going to be liquidity around those points. I won't go too in depth into the theory why there is actually liquidity on those points, but I'm sure you can sort of work it out for yourself. I mean, there's going to be stop losses on the highs and lows, and by definition of it being the high point of the session or the low point, it means nothing's grabbed it since, so nothing's taken the high or low of it since, so it's very much still got orders within that range. So now let's use this knowledge to make the markets 10 times easier. So I'm looking at shorts in this particular scenario because we've taken out the high, and we've also disrespected some bullish fair value gaps, which normally means that we're going to reverse the range. Now, given that I'm looking for sells, how do I know if I'm aiming for this low maybe, this one, maybe these two equal lows, maybe these two, maybe this big one down here? There's no real way to tell if price is going to go to here, or here without identifying the sessions. So now look how when we turn this on, we can now see a clear target for price, and we don't have to guess whether it's going to be this low, or these two, or this, or this. It's clear. It's the next session low. And remember, accumulation, so it is the Asia low that we're going to use for this one. Had we been in this scenario here when it was the New York session, obviously we would be aiming for the London low, which is right here. Now, the real beauty of doing this is the confidence it gives you when you have these confluences on your side. It's no longer discretionary. These session highs are either here or they're not, okay? So it's not like you've got to pick out a random area of the chart or learn a concept or analyze the market for hours on end. You turn on your indicator and the high is either there or it's not. So in this trade, for example, I know for a fact that we have taken an amount of liquidity. I don't have to guess. I know that the London, New York, and Asia high have all been taken, and I know my next downside target is the Asia low. Now, it gives you so much confidence knowing that for a fact rather than just predicting or guessing. And as I said, the confidence this gives you, you can really keep your entry super simple. So I've just gone down to the 5-minute time frame, and I'm looking for a 5-minute fair value gap to get inverted, and I'm gonna catch shorts down to my Asia low. So as you can see here, this fair value gap, it does end up getting inverted. So I'll put my entry on this level here, my stop loss just above the current New York high, always round it up, 6 pips. And of course my TP is going to be on the Asia low. And this specific trade did make me $3,000 in just under an hour. And yes, all of these trades were caught in just 2 weeks by one of my mentorship students who trades this exact theory. If you're interested in the indicators I'm using in this video, comment indicator and I'll send it over to you. It is a private indicator I've made for my members, but of course I'll give it to any of you guys who want it. If you're also interested in watching me trade live, make sure you follow me on Instagram and get in my Discord because I do that daily. Subscribe to the channel, I'm dropping videos daily, and I'll see you in the next one.